Good morning, students. In the previous class, 8th class, Story of Microorganisms Part 1, in that I completed 4 groups of microorganisms. That is, one is fungi, bacteria, algae and protozoans. Okay, and also explain how to observe fungi, how to observe bacteria, how to observe algae, how to observe protozoans in school lab. Now, I will explain about, do you know about bacteria? Do you know, children? Some bacteria present in intestine helps to prepare, helpful for digestion of food. Digestion of food. But if you will observe bacteria, we can see only with the help of microscope, not with our naked eye. But a bacteria called Theomargarita namibiensis. Can I repeat once? Theomargarita namibiensis. It is measurement is 0.75 millimeters. This is present in coastal water. Coastal water in Namibia. Coastal water in Namibia measures 0.75 millimeter. It can be seen with our naked eye, not with the microscope. So, a scientist called Hayden Sculge, discovered a bacteria known as Theomargarita namibiensis. Theomargarita namibiensis in coastal water in Namibia. It can be visible to our naked eye. Okay, this is about bacteria. Now, I will explain about microarthropods. What do you mean by arthropoda? Arthropoda. Arthro means jointed. Poda means legs. They have jointed legs, but they are microorganisms, can be seen only with the help of microscope. Microarthropods present in soil. Okay, they helps to increase soil fertility. They increase soil fertility. They are present in beddings, means beds, rugs, and also they are present in eyes, which causes eye diseases. They also causes diseases like scabies. Do you know scabies? In Telugu it is called Gajji. Scabies is caused by scabies mite. Scabies mite. It is a insect, small insect, microscopic, which causes a disease called scabies. So they are present in soil and they are present in animal bodies also. They cause diseases. Microarthropods. For example, septicemia also caused by bacteria. Now, I will explain how to observe microarthropods in school lab. For this, you have to take top soil. Pour soil in a glass of water. Stir it well. Afterwards, take a drop of water. After some time, the soil may settle down in the glass. No? After that, take out a drop of water, keep it in a slide, and if you have a microscope, we can find out microarthropods there. Microarthropods. They have jointed legs. They are microscopic structures only. They have microscopic structures. They increase soil fertility, which present in soil. Some causes diseases like scabies mite. They are present in beds, rugs. Okay, they causes diseases, some useful to us. This is about microarthropods. Now, I will explain about another important microorganism, that is virus. So, viruses are very interesting living things. They are interesting living things. Why? Viruses can be seen only with the help of electron microscope. They are not visible to even ordinary microscope also. Viruses can be seen only with the help of electron microscope. Viruses are interesting living creatures. Why? Viruses are interesting living creatures. Why? Because inside of the host means which giving shelter. Inside of the host, it acts as living thing. Outside of host, it acts as non-living thing. Means it acts as crystal. That's why virus is known as it is the connecting link between living and non-living thing. In exam point of view, they'll ask like this. Why viruses called as connecting link between living and non-living things. They'll ask like this question. Why viruses called as the connecting link between living and non-living things? You have to write like this. Viruses are interesting living things. They called as the connecting link between living and non-living things. Why? Because inside of the host means giving shelter organisms. So inside of the host, they means here viruses acts as living things. Outside of the host, the viruses acts as non-living things, acts as crystal. That's why it is called as the connecting link between living and non-living things. We know that viruses causes some diseases. Okay. So what the diseases? One is polio. Polio is caused by virus. AIDS also caused by virus. Chickenpox also caused by virus. Measles also caused by virus. Common cold also caused by virus, etc. are the diseases which caused by viruses. Viruses are very interesting things. They can be seen only with the help of electron microscope, not with the ordinary microscope. They are called as connecting link between living and non-living things. Inside of the living things, it acts as inside of the host, it acts as living things. Outside of the host, it acts as non-living thing. That way, this is called as the connecting link between living and non-living thing. They cause diseases like polio, AIDS, chickenpox, measles, common cold, etc. So this is about virus, children. Okay, now I will explain about whether the microorganisms useful or harmful. Do you know about? Already explained about bacteria in the previous class. No, bacteria can be seen only with the help of microscope. Some are useful like lactobacillus bacteria, which helps to prepare curd. Okay. Another bacteria sometimes also causes diseases like septicemia. Septicemia means blood poisoning. So this is caused by bacteria. Sometimes bacteria are useful to us. For example, lactobacillus bacteria helps to form curd. A bacteria called rhizobium increase soil fertility. So sometimes bacteria also causes diseases like typhoid. Typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi. It is a write down on your notebook. This is not there in your textbook. And also cholera is caused by Vibrio cholera. And also TB. Tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So these are the parasites, disease causing germs which cause diseases to human beings. Some useful, some harmful. So typhoid is caused by Salmonella typhi, cholera is caused by Vibrio cholera, TB, tuberculosis is caused by Mycobacterium. All these are bacteria. And also leprosy is caused by Mycobacterium leprae. It is a bacteria which causes leprosy. So all this is about bacteria, children. So in this class we learned only 5 groups of microorganisms, children. That is fungi, bacteria, algae, protozoa, microarthropods. Okay, this is about story of microbe part 1. In the next class, means story of microbe part 2, will discuss about whether the microorganisms are useful or harmful. I already explained in the previous classes. Microorganisms are useful and as well as harmful to our body. Some useful to our body. Some helpful to prepare curd, some helpful to prepare medicines, some helpful to prepare different food items. Some also spoil the food material, some causes diseases to human beings and plants. Okay, so for example, if you will take viruses, viruses are not useful to our body, they are harmful to us. They are parasites, they are interesting things, they cause diseases like polio, AIDS, chickenpox, measles, common cold, etc. Okay, some are useful like fungi. If you will take fungi, I already explained in the previous class. Fungi spoil the food. In the same time, fungi like penicillium helps to prepare medicines like antibiotic Penicillium notatum. Okay, I already explained about algae. Algae are known as producers. They make food material with the help of sunlight. They are food for several microorganisms and fishes. And also explained about protozoans. They are some protozoans are free living. For example, now I will explain about some protozoans. See children, protozoans are, I will explain how to observe protozoans in school lab, and also I draw diagrams of amoeba, paramecium, euglena. Protozoans are harmful. For example, malaria, children. We know some people thought malaria is caused by mosquitoes. Malaria is not caused by mosquito, children. Malaria is spread by mosquito. Malaria is caused by a protozoan called Plasmodium. Write down on your notebook, not there in your textbook. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium and spread by mosquito. So malaria is not caused by mosquito. Malaria is spread by mosquito. And also amoebiasis, children. Amoebiasis. Amoebiasis means motions, gum motions caused by a protozoan called entamoeba. So if you will observe in these two are harmful protozoans. They cause diseases like malaria and amoebiasis. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium, amoeba is caused by entamoeba. This is about story of microorganism part 1, children. In the next class, I will draw the diagram of viruses. That is HIV virus which causes disease called AIDS, and also I will draw the diagram of tobacco mosaic virus. Okay, I already explained about viruses. No, viruses are interesting living creatures. No, in the next class I will draw the diagram of virus. What that is HIV virus, human immunodeficiency virus, which causes a disease called AIDS. Already explained. Viruses causes disease called AIDS. It is caused by virus known as human immunodeficiency virus. Viruses also cause diseases in plants also. Tobacco mosaic virus, which causes disease to tobacco plants. Tobacco mosaic virus. In the next class, I will draw the diagram of these two and I will explain the keywords. Okay, in the story of microorganism part 1. And afterwards, I will start story of microorganism part 2. In that, we will discuss about whether microorganisms are useful or harmful. Some are useful and some are harmful. First, I will explain about useful microorganisms. Later, I will explain about harmful microorganisms. Okay, okay. Thank you, children. We will meet on next class. Thank you.